Julia Bue-Said is Chief Executive of the Advantage Travel Partnership and joins us here on LBC News. Thanks for joining us tonight, Julia. What's your reaction to these changes that have been announced?
Yes, good evening. Well, firstly, I think any opening of international travel, no matter how small it is has to be looked at favourably and obviously very welcomed. The real issue we have, and you said it in your introduction, use the word simplification. Well, the system hasn't been simplified. In fact, it's stayed the same. The government have chosen to to remove the tweaks they put in place around the Amber Plus, which was France was in its own special category, which it still is until Sunday, and they've decided to remove that. So actually, the system is not simple. It's very confusing. We have some onerous testing, even for those that are fully vaccinated. So it's by far where it needs to be. Slowly opening up is a real understatement, to be honest.
The government's saying that things are going to stay now static, at least for the rest of August. Is that going to provide some reassurance to travellers, do you think?
I think it does. I think it provides, anything that's uncertain, clearly for all of us, creates some real issues for us and affects confidence. And confidence is a real inhibitor at the minute for the travel industry in terms of customers feeling confident to book or anyone feeling confident to book. We're dealing with so many inquiries all the time about this. So stability, really important. And that will hopefully enable people to feel a bit more confident if they're looking to book a holiday or meet families and friends that they haven't seen for quite some time.
What are your feelings looking ahead to, the next few months? Obviously, we're in August now, peak holiday time. In a way, I guess, this opening up may have come a bit late, I guess, for your industry.
Yeah, it's definitely come too late. And headlines around Save the Summer, sound very heroic, but they're anything but that. Summer is not saved. It was killed a long time ago. The travel industry has been crucified for 17 months. It's not been able to trade its way out to recovery. This tweak to the traffic light system that comes in on Sunday won't do that at all. We also have very onerous and expensive testing that we need to, even if we're fully vaccinated, we need to ensure that we can comply with for returning back to the UK. And actually across Europe, in some parts of the rest of the world, they're not needing that. People who are fully vaccinated are able to travel freely. And that's really what we need to be aiming for. But we're a long way from doing that. And the government are taking still a very cautious approach to reopening.
Do you think that the industry will need further assistance, further help?
The industry's had very minimal assistance. The sector that I represent, the travel trade, who are travel agents, they've effectively not been able to benefit from the majority of the schemes that the government have had in place because they've been unable to qualify. Furlough is a quick one. With furlough, clearly your staff cannot work, and a lot of different sectors have been able to shut down, close down, and take the benefits of furlough. For travel agents, they've not stopped working. They're having to constantly amend, cancel, literally every day. So they need their staff in to be able to do that work. So they've not been able to maximise furlough. They've not qualified for a lot of the grants because of the type of locations they're in. So it's really tough, really tough. So we are lobbying constantly for the government to really listen, to support the travel trade, to ensure that we can get sector-specific support. Every month, every week that goes on, it's getting increasingly difficult. Really tough times. And actually, we're a sector that employs 500,000 people, so it's not insignificant. And we provide financially protected holidays and travel arrangements for the British public. So a really core, important service that's just really that's got overlooked.
Julia Bue-Said, the Chief Executive of the Advantage Travel Partnership. Thanks for joining us here on LBC News this evening, reacting to those changes coming to the traffic light system for international travel from the weekend.